brand new site today, brand new. This area here was an early settlement. There was a guy built a bridge here, and there was a mill here. So there's a bunch of stuff. I'm standing in the place that I believe he built his cabin, according to what I was reading. And coming up through here, there is somebody built a little fort back in there. But I ran up under this little babushka next to the little fort, came up here and was getting a sweet hit. Hitting up high, like silver-ish. And I popped this, and I believe, let's get out the light so you can see that. It is a sterling silver spoon handle. If we can get the sterling part on here. Sterling. 45. Wonder if there's anything else on it. What's a dandy little spoon? Would you look at that? Don't find silver very often, but that's a pretty one. I like it. So I'm pretty sure I'm standing about where this fella had his cabin. I'll see if I can find a picture of that. I think there's a picture somewhere. I'll put it up. But as I'm coming along, coming down through, working through lots of iron, I was getting an hitting kind of high, 1241. Popped a plug, and I believe got a little thimble. Gonna clean it up, see if it's silver. I think this might be keeping with my tradition of finding aluminum. So let me hit pause and hit it with the brush. I'll be right back. Yes, sir. Got it cleaned up. I'm pretty sure that's aluminum. I'll need to clean that up a little better. It's pretty lightweight and the way it was hitting, so I'm assuming another aluminum one, but I'll clean it up a little later. And if it's silver, well, I'll put it back up. Was getting a kind of an awkward hit. It was a lot of iron. It sounded like it was falsing, but it kind of sounded like there was something there. So I was getting this hit here, iron, along with like a higher hit, like a higher tone. So I dug the hole, and this was the first thing that I came to. It's a square now. And then I checked the hole, and I just found this. I'm just rubbing my elbow up again. Burn hazel, boy. Look at that, would ya? Alright, I'm going to take the brush to it, clean it up. Be right back. Yeah, got it cleaned up. U.S. Army Great Seal button. I believe this is late 1800s through like World War II. I can't get much off the back. Maybe I can't through the phone. I think it says horseman, but I can't horseman. But I can't see that if there's dots. I might have to clean it up a little bit more. But yeah, that is a sweet find. And this is not too far. I found a thimble not too far from here. And I found a silver spoon. So there was a cabin, man that lived here a long time, early days of the county. So I'm going to keep searching, see what we can find. So I'm working along this little game trail. Came right here and got a sweet little hit, 1238, that wheat cent. And I found a little round object. You see that? I don't know. Probably a Lincoln Memorial. Is that what we got? Yes, sir. Lincoln Memorial. There's some excitement. Well, I was wrong. It was not a Lincoln, and I'm not sure you can see that. That's a 1909. And I can't tell. I'm going to have to clean this up a little better at home. My loop, I left the light on, the little LEDs on, and my loop, and I can't tell if it's a VDB. So I'll try not to be so cheeky. I'll clean it up at home, and if I can, boy, if that's a VDB, you'll know about it. 1909. Yeah, okay, I just dug that penny, that 1909 wheat walked literally right here, and now I'm getting just edit that, Joe. That's a pretty sweet hit right there. It is kind of hitting like another wheat cent, but for a moment there, it was hitting super high. Canning lid. got me. It's hard to tell, but it is almost dark out, so I'm losing daylight. I gotta probably bug out of here pretty soon. This is a weird one. This is weird. It's getting a 1242, 1243. I dug that out, and is that like a big ball bearing? What in the world? I guess yeah, I think it's just a ball bearing or something. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever found a ball bearing like that size. That's like 50 cal. Huh. It's got some wear on it. I don't know. I'll clean it up later. If there's anything I can determine, I'll put it up. All right, I'm back at this spot. Today I was here last week I was here for a little bit. Back tonight. It gets dark at like 5 o'clock. What are you gonna do? And I was coming through here, rolling through. Was getting a nice, kind of a weird kind of hit. It's hitting kind of like tomback. It's kind of like a low mid hit. And I did see something. I dug that. And it's right down there. And that little clunker right here. I did see something in there. I believe that is some type of a suspender clip with a little bit of fancy on it. All right, gonna clean it up. Yeah, I got it cleaned up, and it is very interesting. It is definitely some type of a strap clip, but it's got a little bit of a fancy to it, a little bit of an ornateness. That is cool. I'm gonna track this down tonight, see what I can find out about it, and I'll put it up once I find out. But that is really, I'm trying. It's fragile, so I'm trying not to bend it. Come on, baby. And this is the back side. That's pretty interesting. I believe that's some kind of a suspender clip. Like maybe a lady, some kind of a ladies. See, I don't know. I've been working along this little hill right here. Came along down around to here. Came across this. What in the world? I guess I believe there was a mill here, but not a traditional mill. So I wonder, because it looks like this almost looks like some kind of an iron, like drive shaft. It's got a thing down there on the bottom. No, these are some kind of, this turned like a slurry, I'll bet. See, there's a little tine sticking off of it. I bet you that's what, because that would work with what was here. But it's interesting. I like seeing this stuff. I find this stuff kind of interesting. I read all about the guy that lived here, so there's a little bit of a connection, I guess. Well, this doesn't happen often, but I am running with some discrimination. I almost never do that. There is so much trash here. It is crazy. And I kind of like it because I'm finding things that I know I've been through here and missed. But okay, so anyways, I'm coming through here and I'm getting 1234. Wow, that's a nice one. Thank you, discrimination, which I never use. Maybe I should. I just like hearing the iron in the ground, knowing I'm gonna buy in a hot spot, or if you're a woods hunter, that I guess maybe that's a thing, or a farm field. It's at 2 inches, and there's so much junk here. I'm gonna say this is gonna be trash, but I'm not doing anything else, so I guess I will dig it. Uh-oh. Yes, sir. That ain't no toe tap. This tree right here grabbed my attention, and I came up over here, and I was getting a kind of a peculiar signal. Dug it, popped it, and some kind of a locket. Something on it. I'm gonna hit that with the brush. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's got some kind of fancy on it, so we will have to clean it up when I get home. But another relic out of here. Like I said, this is kind of an interesting spot. It was below this tree with a rope that's tied across it right there. Sweet. So I worked my way on to the other side of the creek and came over here, and I found these bricks, and I think those might be from the bridge. There used to be a small bridge here because the over there was a front yard, and this was the driveway that came across here. And right over here, got a wheat cent. Can barely get the date off of it. It looks like 1911 or 1916, somewhere in that. But yeah, right over here, 1230. It's getting low actually, like 1234. Thought it was an Indian. Bummer. But yeah, I think the bridge was right here. So this is that little stream that I was just telling you about. This was a front yard. Boy, they had this. I mean, I don't know if this was from 200 years ago, but they had it pretty nice. This is pretty sweet down in here. Nice little. There was a driveway right down in here. The house was right up in here. This was their front yard. That was a little stream that ran through their front yard. Very nice. I like to have lived here, I think. This must be the night of interesting finds, because I found part 2 of interesting. Still running discrimination. Got a nickel-ish hit, and I believe I found the other side of that buckle. So I'm going to clean it up. Well, it is getting very dark, but I have that cleaned up, and it is definitely, so I'm going to grab the other piece and see how that matches up. All right, so here's the two together. Here's the one with the fancy, nice and pretty. And this one here's a little bit more plain. So, pretty good night.